Right now we have Chivalry 2 playing in the background for anybody that wants eye candy and, eye stimulation. And so they can feel good with their eyeballs. And we're going to be doing a total rip of another podcast that will stay nameless for suing reasons. This podcast is going to be a game show where the points don't matter except for they do. And basically whoever wins the two contestants, there's 3 of us right now, whoever wins out of the 2 contestants gets to host the next episode, and they come up with the new game. And so I have 3 games that I am going to bring up, and Kenzie and Audit, y'all are going to vote which one you want. So the first game is called Animal Noise Competition. I'm not going to give you any details. just the title of the game. The next one's called Pro versus Con, with the first topic being Hitler. And what was the last one? Hold on, I gotta look at the last one. It was did you remember? Oh yeah, the worst superpower you can have. So the 3 options are Animal Noise Competition, Pro versus Con, and the worst superpower that you could have. What do you guys want to do?
I'm definitely not feeling animal noises. I will say something.
No hee-haws.
No. I was thinking that we were gonna do some animal noises.
Oh no.
Okay, so animal noises is a no for Kenzie, yes for Audit. Kenzie, what's your vote? What's your vote?
I would be down for some Pro versus Con, not gonna lie.
Pro versus Con. Okay, so Audit, are you voting animal noises?
Nah, I think I'm gonna vote, what's it called?
Okay.
The worst power you could have as a superhero.
10-4. So, Pro versus Con, worst power. Those are the 2 votes, and I'll be the tiebreaker. Let's do
Animal noises.
let's do the worst superpower. All right, so I've got your names up. I've got points ready. All right, so the topic is the worst superpower that you can have. So I'm gonna give a scenario. All right, there's a damsel in distress, and she is falling out of a building. Now I need you guys to pick your superpowers. That is the worst superpower that you could have for this situation, and it only makes it worse, but you're trying to save her. If you guys need some time, we can cut.
I've already come up with one.
Okay, Kenzie, let me know when you're ready. Audit, you get a point. You get a point, Audit, for making me laugh. All right, Audit, go for it. What's your superpower? And tell it like a story. I want you to introduce yourself like the announcer of a Superman or of a hero show. Like, in a world, blah, blah. I was like, there was a man that like that.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna give us a okay. So pretty much.
It's like, damn, I gotta do work now.
So my name would be Pyro Man. In a world where violence happens, people falling out of buildings, apparently. I think the worst superpower would be Pyro, because if they're falling out of a building, right?
Are you Johnny
I can't
Flame?
fly with my pyro powers. So pretty much I'm watching them fall.
You catch her and she's on fire.
Yeah. I shoot a fireball up there. She's just falling while she's burning.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, and this is a little unfair to Audit. Whoever has the worst superpower that makes the scenario worse the most wins the round, and there is going to be rounds.
Okay.
Okay, Audit. So you're basically Johnny Flame, and you fly and catch her, but you're on fire. And so as you catch her, you set her on fire. That's gonna be hard to. That's gonna be hard to beat. Okay, Kenzie, are you ready?
I am.
Go for it.
Okay, so the girl is standing on the skyscraper ledge. She's a little clumsy. She's fallen. Everyone's calling for someone to help. And in steps the only guy in the entire universe that can't do anything except have X-ray vision.
So she just splats.
The entire time she's falling. No, the entire time she's falling, he's just staring at her, wondering how he's supposed to catch her and how he's supposed to save her, and can see straight through all of her clothing.
Okay.
So he's just watching all of the bits and pieces fall.
Nice,
and
nice.
Just stands there. He cannot do anything.
I'll give you 1 humiliation point. But I will say that Audit made it worse the most. He made it the worstest.
Absolutely.
So
tremendous amounts of extra pain.
So pervy X-ray man really didn't make it worse. He just didn't do anything.
Pretty much just a
Pyro
bystander.
man. Pyro man set her on fire, and I'm assuming she died. A burning
Can you
death
imagine, though?
rather than a splat death, which is quick.
Can you imagine though that everyone knows he has X-ray man, and everyone's wondering why you're not doing anything?
You're just standing there looking up with like your hands on your hips and just scratching your head. You're like, nice tits though.
This doesn't sound like a job for me.
Okay, new scenario. There is a plane, and it is being hijacked by terrorists. Go. You have 10 seconds. Kenzie, you're first this time.
What?
I am God. I'm the host.
A plane hijacked by terrorists.
Yes, and you have to save them. But everything is whoever makes it worse. So this is like The Boys, where like you're a superhero, you have superpowers, and you're trying to do good, but you're just a moron, and you make it fucking worse. Just really, really worse.
I mean, can I just be a total klutz?
No, your superpower has to be the reason why it's worse.
See, my superpower knowledge is very minimal, so this was
Just
a great start.
you can make up whatever you like. Audit, do you have one for this situation?
Yeah. Although,
It doesn't
Yeah.
sound very confident about that.
So I'm actually going to join in on this one, and if you guys vote that mine is best, then nobody gets the point. But you guys have to vote.
Yep.
So I'll
Okay.
start. So my superpower, I am Grenade Man, and my superpower is exploding at will. I don't, get exploded, but I'm basically a grenade, and shrapnel comes out of my body, and so I'm on the plane. I was just trying to go with my family to, Hawaii, and I can't fly. I've got explodey powers. And then the terrorists comes in, and they're like, we are going to kill all of you, and praise our God for it. I was like, cool, I'm a superhero, I can save the day. And then I stand up, and I was like, sir, you really don't want to do this. I'm a superhero, and I have superpowers. And they're like, well, what's your superpower? I explode. And they're like, that's what we're trying to do. And it's like, oh. And so it's like, well, I'll show you. And then I explode to kill the bad guy. But then I explode a hole through the plane, and the entire thing explodes and crashes.
You know what's funny?
What?
That was one of my superpowers that I was going to bring up, was exploding. I should have just went for it.
Okay, Kenzie, you're up. What you got?
Oh, fuck. The only thing that I could think of is having suction and being able to just, like, fit whatever possible into my mouth. But so I can't control how much power the suction has. So any single time that I try to just, like, absorb whatever problem there is, I just take in too much. So instead of me just taking the bad guys and I just, like, suction them out of the situation and I, like, digest them, I just take the entire plane.
Okay, so this guy really sucks.
Through the sky.
10-4.
This guy really sucks.
This guy really sucks, and because the plane is pressurized, it crumples together like a can when you squeeze it. Got it.
Full
okay. Audit, you're up.
I would say, so I am in the seat. Someone's trying to take over the plane, and I come out being, you don't want to do this, as kind of like your story. Instead, my superpower would be like a electromagnetic pulse.
Okay, an EMP.
An EMP. So when I use my superpower, I shut off the whole plane and crash.
I'm surprised nobody said laser vision.
Oh, shit.
That's funny. So I'm gonna vote that Kenzie's was actually more damaging, just because with the EMP, they could survive. They could survive. With the suction can crushing force of implosion, they did. They died for sure. Okay, this is the last round of this style for this. The theme is going to be the worst superpowers, but I'm actually going to do a few different games. All right, new scenario. All right. There is a meteor hurtling towards Earth, and the only thing that the world knows is that they have a superhero, and that's you. How are you going to save the world?
But not actually save the world.
How are you going to save the world today? You got 10 seconds.
I'm Gravity Man.
Nope. Honest first. Honest first.
No!
Okay, Kenzie, you may go. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Gravity Man. I am able to pull
Also, why are you a man in all of your scenarios? You're a woman.
In my head, superheroes are men.
Okay, well, you just pissed off half of the world.
Women, men. Like, Wonder Woman has a lasso. Sorry, that's so cool. Superman has laser eyes.
10-4.
Why don't we get a lasso? He has bodies.
Women, Kenzie,
you know, like,
Kenzie is not an ally. I'm just letting you guys know right now.
Kenzie, there's a girl named Supergirl.
So a side note, side tangent. Marvel actually fucking proved your point on this. You know what's the woman superhero that's basically immortal and came in at the last second after the Thanos thing? Marvel, Captain Marvel, is that it? Yeah, Captain Marvel. She's just invincible for no reason, and they're like, well, where were you during the Thanos fight? Like, oh, I was off saving other planets. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like they just inserted that just to be like, okay, yeah, women are this woman is, I think they got a bunch of reviews being like, there's too many men superheroes, and they're like, cool, let's make one ultra yoked, like OP superhero that's a woman, and we'll call them Captain Marvel, just for insult to injury.
Yep. That's all we got. Anyways, I'm Gravity Man, and
Gravity Woman.
I can pull anything down to Earth with extreme force, but I can't push anything away.
That's a weirdly specific superpower.
Right. But gravity, I just make things heavier. So the only way that I can sort of like redirect this meteor by any small chance is to just pull it down into the middle of the ocean. But me doing so, I cause a giant tsunami everywhere.
So you make the meteor crash into it harder.
Yes.
Okay.
For survival.
On it, go.
I think my superpower would be. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know for this one.
Damn.
And see, that was me with the plane. I was just hard stuck. I was like, what am I gonna do on a fucking plane, dude?
Everything you touch is, so I while you're thinking, I have one. I call mine nuclear touch. Everything that I touch, it turns it radioactive and an atomic bomb, basically. And so they fly me up there in a space shuttle, and I'm like, you know what? I can explode it in space, and it'll be fine. And so I touch the meteor with my bare hand, and I quickly get it back in my suit so it doesn't freeze off. And then we go away and fly off, and then we shoot a missile at it so that it'll explode through chain reaction. And then it explodes at a giant meteor-sized nuclear bomb level and shrapnels the Earth with millions of tiny meteors, completely dissolving the Earth. Yes, that's mine. Audit, do you have a superpower or do you forfeit?
Nah, I'm just gonna go with something that's just stupid.
Okay.
My superpower is I am able to summon meteors.
Okay.
So imagine this, like, I'm out there going to save the world, and I summon a bigger meteor to crush a smaller meteor. Instead, now the bigger meteor is coming down on the Earth.
So, okay. We have Kenzie making it hit harder, and we have Audit making a new meteor that's bigger hit the Earth. This is a tough one. And remember, you guys are competing for points. I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to go with the bigger meteor. Just because I think that would be more devastating. Mass over speed. I'm gonna go ahead and add this point. Okay, so I know that was a little bit of a hard one, and so we're gonna stop doing that. Now, you are not a different superhero. You are a superhero right now, and you are currently discovering your powers. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pro and a con of each superpower, and you can decide if you want it. It's kind of like an auction, okay? And you can have you're gonna have multiple superpowers, but your job is to keep yourself alive, because some of the consequences of having these powers is they suck. So the first superpower, and both of you can decide if you want it or not. The first superpower is flying. Okay. For those of you that want flying, you have to also consider that the G-force on your skin may tear your skin off if you accidentally go too fast. And so you may end up killing yourself trying this out, because you can fly really fast, But you can also come up with ways to mitigate that as well, like a suit or whatever. So, Kenzie, would you want flying?
With potential modifiers, yeah.
What are these potential modifiers? Expound.
Either a suit or like some like giant parachute strapped to the back of me that causes me to slow down.
Like a draft creation kind of thing. Okay. Huh. All right. Audit. Would you want flying? If let's say that it's a really like touchy hair trigger flying thing, so if you sneeze, you could end up like splatting yourself into the wall next to you.
Yeah, I'll still take flying.
Okay. It's
my suit is gonna be completely different. Instead of having like a a draft to slow me down, I would have something that's not that's like wind resistant. You know what I mean? Like a pointy helmet or something like that, where you just look down and all that wind just goes past. That way it's not really shooting me to bits.
Are you gonna constantly wear this like for the rest of your life?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next power: laser eyes, but they never turn off.
so pretty much like that guy from what's it called?
Cyclops, yes, from X-Men.
Yeah, Cyclops.
So laser eyes, but they never turn off. And the only way to stop it is to put on lead glasses, not the ruby ones that Cyclops is. That's the movies. We're talking real life here. You have to wear lead glasses so you're blind, unless you're shooting lasers.
No, I'll pass.
You're passing? Okay, audit.
Passing.
I'll still take it, but instead of being the superhero, I'll become the supervillain.
You just walk around.
Looking around everywhere.
10-4. Okay, next up. From the book's Animorphs, you can shapeshift into animals, but it is excruciatingly painful and it takes 6 hours to transform.
That's not a lot of prep time. You gotta like want it to happen before you know it's gonna happen.
So it's like the werewolf transformation in Vampire Diaries. It takes like 6 hours and it is like bone breaking, like skin reforming and tearing. Like you are being tortured every time you switch over to an animal, but you can stay in it for as long as you want, and then it's just as painful to turn back into a human.
See, I couldn't do both. I could do it takes a long time, and I could do tremendous pain, but I don't know if I could endure hours of
tremendous pain for a long time. Yeah, but then again, you could also become an elephant or a mouse if you needed to, you know.
Wait, so it takes like 6 hours for the superpower to work, or like 6 hours?
A bitch the entire fucking time.
The transition period is 6 hours. So like from human to gorilla, it takes 6 hours to become a gorilla. And then once you're a gorilla, you can be a gorilla for as long as you want. There's no time limit. And then 6 hours again to turn back to human.
I think I'm gonna go with the same answer as I did before. Make a really good supervillain, except like I'm stealing shit, and if I needed to transform into an animal, oh wait, that's 6 hours of excruciating pain.
Yes.
Are we into like mixed and match, or is it just all of one animal and that's it?
You can turn into any animal you want, but it's one. Oh, you're asking if it could be a chimera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Then I'll take it.
Okay, all right. So like scorpion tail / wings / like hippogriff. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Audit, are you taking this or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. I'm typing notes here. Kenzie, you took the flying.
I took flying, but with a draft suit.
Okay, so all right, flying. And then laser eyes. Kenzie said
I
no.
passed on the laser eyes.
Animorph for both of you. So far, Kenzie, you can fly and turn into animals.
Yep.
Okay. Next power. You can turn invisible, but only when you hold your breath.
Oh no.
Fun questions. I'll take it.
So you would have to. Well, the thing is, you would have to and it's involuntary. Every time you hold your breath, you turn invisible, and so that's how you activate it, is holding your breath. Do you think it's worth it? Because you have clothes on most of the time, so you would have to hold your breath, take off your clothes, and then go somewhere. Okay, so Kenzie.
I mean, like, the only thing that I can see that would suck doing that is sneezing. You can't sneeze that way.
Audit, do you want this power?
No.
Okay.
That's completely useless.
Yes, it is.
Like imagine like you're trying to rob a bank, right? And you're just going invisible, opening doors, and you accidentally cough. Some people just see a naked man walking into the bank,
just dangling out, being like, "This is a robbery, but don't look at it. It's not that small.
Don't look at me."
You hold your breath, but all they hear is crying as you leave. What were you saying, Kenzie?
No, you cover yourself in tiny little mirrors like a disco ball, so that way no one can see through you.
Yes, technology. The technology has gone a far way. Okay. So, next up. Okay, so you become invincible. But only when you have. Oh wait, no, this isn't gonna work for you, Kenzie. I was gonna say only when you have an erection. Okay, Kenzie. Let's say you're a man, because you're saying you've been saying you've been saying that you are a man this entire time. So.
My superhero identifies as a man, yes.
You become invincible, but you have to have a boner, and you don't control it. It's just the reaction of you having a boner makes you invincible.
Can we self-induce?
Yes. Yeah, I'm saying just like the holding your breath to become invisible, when you have a boner, you are invincible. Imagine fighting somebody.
Fucking 6:30 a.m. hero fight. Fuck the villain. I'm up hard and ready to fuck you up. I'm taking it.
10-4. What about you, Audit?
No.
No?
No, because you're gonna, like, let's say you've been fighting this villain for a while now, right?
Yeah.
Not only are you invincible,
you're like, hold on, let me jack off real quick.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, you can't hold a boner forever. That's the problem. You're just gonna have fucking really, really painful dick.
And this
you're sacrificing your dick to fight them.
This wasn't mentioned either.
What?
You're in latex all the time as a superhero.
Yeah.
You're in spandex. Have I ever seen what?
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible, yes.
Okay, Shiga, the lime green and black supervillain, hot as fuck. Instant erection. I don't have to worry about thinking about it. I just fight her, and I'm hard. I'm good to go.
Yeah, but what if it's not someone that's hot as fuck? What if you're like fighting somebody that's like a squid monster, and you're like, hold on, let me go look at some porn real quick.
Some people watch tentacle porn. I don't judge.
He just pulls out his phone, just in the middle of a battle, watching it.
Which leaves me.
No. It's like a Tony Stark helmet situation where you can just have it in the corner of the corner of your vision at all times.
Okay, we're getting a little. I want to go a little off brand right now because I want to add one more. This is not a superpower, but well, kind of not. So you can. I guess this is a superpower. You can access the internet in your brain. Okay, but everywhere you go, porn sounds are playing constantly.
Out loud or just in my head?
No, out loud. Like imagine you left porn on your phone and you're just walking around and it's in your pocket. And you don't have the choice of porn either. It's just all of the porn, and it's shuffling through all of the porn of the internet.
Nope, I'm all set. I'll pass.
Okay.
No, I won't be taking that.
Okay.
But if it would help with the erection thing. So.
Yes. That's why I put it right after this one, because it could, it could keep you erect the entire time, and you just go and fight, And
it is a really good distraction tactic too, but it would not work for your sneak ability.
Okay, so Kenzie, what are your powers so far? You're flying, anamorph, invisible, and
flying and
boner.
Invisible and with erection.
Boner, invincible.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So next up, you can punch really hard, but in order to charge it up, you're like a Wobbuffet, right? You have to take a bunch of damage in order to charge up your strength. And so you basically have to get beat the fuck out of in order to be any kind of useful.
Oh no.
Audit, what do you say?
Now I regret not taking that. What's it called?
The invincible boner
that
one.
Invincibility.
So you just have a boner and you're just like beating the fuck out of your dick. You're just like
constant pain. No, I'll take it. Fuck it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get beat up anyway.
Audit gets Wobbuffet. Oh, and by the way, this means that you're really weak without it. Like less than a normal human strength. The only way for you to get strength is to take damage.
Oh no, that's fine. I got my laser vision.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. What about you, Kenzie?
I'm gonna pass because I have the morphing.
By the way,
feel like
oh, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
can just morph into a tank, like not like a tank, but like a tank animal.
Like a rhino.
Like a rhino.
Okay.
Even a hippo. Hippos are dangerous as fuck.
Yes, they are.
And then I'm just set.
So, by the way, anytime I do a scenario on this podcast, I'm going to be typing the scenario into ChatGPT, and then I'm gonna have ChatGPT make you guys fight, and I'm gonna read what it says. So you guys are actually building up superpowers for these heroes, and we're gonna have these heroes fight in AI.
Well, hero versus villain, because Audit already claimed that he's the villain.
Yep, Audit's already the villain.
I am the villain.
Okay, so telekinesis. Telepathy. There we go. You can read people's minds, right? But you can't turn it off. And so if you're in a crowd or whatever, like it's just all there.
So schizophrenia.
Basically, you can read people's minds in a mile radius, but you can't turn it off.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? Okay.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I've got this whole ADHD thing going on where I could just tune people out even if I'm sitting right next to you. So, yeah, I'll take it.
Does anybody have any so at this point we can add things to help you mitigate some of your things. Does anybody want an item or some sort of like modifier for any of their crappy deals that they're getting right now? Audit, right now you have flying, but it's like at Mach 7 instantaneously. And so both of you have Mach 7 flying. And you have suits. I allowed the suits in the very beginning. You have the lasers with lead glasses, so you're blind without them, but you're not going to use them. The Animorphs does. What about? Do you need anything for the Animorphs, the Wobbuffet, or the telepathy in 1 mile? You get one item. You get to pick one item, and it may help you with like all of them, or whatever, or one of them.
Could I get an ammo belt, but instead of ammo, it's just full of Viagra?
Viagra? Okay, all right. Ammo.
This is gonna be one weird fucking fight.
Full of Viagra.
Well, it's gonna help my invincibility, dude. Pop a couple Viagras, I'm bricked up for a while.
So I think Kenzie gets an ammo belt full of Viagra. That's her item of her choice.
I think at this point, any supervillain will be scared of a person running around with a boner.
Audit, you didn't take the boner invincibility, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay,
that's what I said. I think any villain would be scared of someone that's running around with a boner.
Okay, so Audit, you have flying at Mach 7 instantaneously, lasers that never end, anamorphic 6 hours torture, Wobbuffet ability, so weak otherwise, and then telepathy up to 1 mile but never turns off. Do you need an item? You don't have to have an item, but you can pick one item at this point.
Wait, what was Wobbuffet?
Wobbuffet is taking damage to give out higher damage. So you store damage.
Oh, yeah. I would say, like, I would have, like, can I get some medical thing where I got a bunch of syringes that are filled with adrenaline rush?
Okay. Syringes of adrenaline. Why? That's my question.
Because when you're in an adrenaline rush, you don't feel that much pain.
Okay. Wouldn't morphine be better?
No, because then you'll be like fucking
sluggish. I got you. Okay. All right, so this is the last one. I'm ripping off of your example before Audit. Pyrokinetics, but your body turns on fire, but you feel it. You feel the pain constantly.
You know what? It's all right. It's all right. I got an adrenaline rush.
I am constantly popping Viagras with my invincible boner. So I'm not really gonna feel it anyways.
No. You are gonna feel it. You're just not gonna die from it. Invincibility doesn't mean you don't feel it.
I will feel it, but I will enjoy it.
So both of you have pyro body. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna type this into ChatGPT. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna cut right now.
By the way, Kinsey, did you know I'm back on Rocket League now?
I did not. When did that happen?
All right. Okay, so here it goes. Title: The Inferno over Manhattan. Setting: New York City. Raining. 12 noon. Thunder rolling like war drums. A deep boom cracked Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna have to maximize this. Let me stop the music. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh, this is long. We're gonna get through it. A deep boom cracked across the sky as Sidewalk Junkie rocketed through the rain-slicked clouds streaking above Times Square at Mach 7. A sonic blast trailing behind him like the wrath of a god. His body seared with pain beneath the specialized suit barely holding his human frame together. The G-force made his muscles scream, his eyes glowing lasers behind tightly shut eyelids carved twin red lines into the air every time he blinked. He didn't need to see. He could hear every thought for a mile. There he is. God, what is he doing? I hope my kids are okay. Justice, where are you? The voice he locked onto wasn't one of fear. It was cold, aroused, focused. It was the cold, aroused focus of the erector of justice. She exploded up from the Brooklyn Bridge, fire engulfing her like a phoenix tearing through the mist. The rain hissed as it met her pyro body. Steam cloaked her in a ghostly aura. Her own thoughts roared through her mind, tangled with the minds of millions. She hated the telepathy, but today it worked out in her favor. You're leaking pain, she whispered through the clenched teeth. You're full. Let's empty you out. They collide midair, two streaks of light crashing above the Empire State Building. Shockwaves pulverized the top floors. Cars flipped like toys. Jesus Christ, this is long. Cars flipped like toys below as the sonic boom cascaded downward. Fist met jaw, elbow to ribs. Fire met fire, their skins blistering even through the suits. Sidewalk Junkie's face twisted with agony. Every punch taken fed his strength, but every impact shattered his bones. He coughed blood onto his visors. Keep hitting me. You're making me stronger, he growled. But I feel it all. You don't know pain until your soul is screaming. Damn, dude, you're a badass. Her answer came with a desperate inhale, a held breath. She vanished. Invisible. He couldn't see her, but his telepathy kicked in like an open floodgate. Her thoughts hit like bullets. Left kidney, fractured rib, one more push, he buckles. He spun, blindly blasting laser vision across skyscrapers, slicing billboards and rooftops. Screams below blend into white noise. She circled him in complete silence, the burning pain mounting, every second on fire, chipping away at her consciousness. Then, her heart pounding with urgency. Her belt, a blue pill. Her last card. She swallowed the Viagra midair, time ticking. Sidewalk Junkie dropped, fainting. He crashed through the Chrysler building skeleton, blood streaked from his mouth. Internally, his ribcage was mush, but strength surged through him. He'd absorbed enough damage to toss a freight train. If he could still lift his arms, he screamed and ignited. The fire danced over the rubble as he stood, barely. She reappeared with a gasp near Grand Central, panting, visible again. The erection still pending. 45 minutes. 45 minutes to onset, depending on metabolism. You got maybe 20 minutes before you're ready to go. You'll be ash by then, says Sidewalk Junkie. She lunged, grabbing his neck, flying straight up. Then I'll kill you before I get hard.
I'll kill you before I get hard.
Oh my god, this is great. Midair, she didn't dodge his next punch. It crushed her shoulder, sent bone shards grinding, but that fed him more. He was a furnace now, muscles trembling, eyes weeping blood. Then she laughed. How long do you think you can hold your power, Junkie? You're all pain, all fury, no control. He howled and burned hotter. Then she felt it, downstairs. A shift. The pill was kicking in. Her body surged with strange invulnerability the moment she achieved maximum rigidity. Now! She dove. Wait, hold on. She dove, fist out, fire swirling, invincible. His punch met hers. His bones shattered. He felt everything. She took no damage and hit again and again and again. Sidewalk Junkie collapsed into the ruins of Fifth Avenue, his body a mangled, flame-drenched wreck, his mind drowning in the sea of voices he couldn't escape. He twitched once, then passed out, a final thought crawling through his cracked skull. God, I just wanted silence. Victory, the erector of justice.
I got my ass handed to, bro.
Yep.
But I mean, that's a badass.
Kenzie, thank you for resubbing, by the way. Kenzie gets the point. So all of that was to get 1 point, by the way. The final point.
That was still funny to listen to, though.
It was amazing. I'm gonna paste that into the Discord for later reads. Hold on, let me go look for it. There it is. So let me just copy all of this and turn this back on. There we go. Anyways, where am I going to post this? Where should we post the... For now, Timbo News. There you go. Okay. So, let's look at the points. Kenzie's got 3 points. Audit's got 2. And I'm going to end the game there. Kenzie, you win. You're hosting the next episode.
Yay!
What?
It sounds like Audit did not want to.
I'm just too tired for this.
Kenzie, would you like... actually, Audit, would you like to have a loser speech?
About what?
Losing the episode. The respectful thing to do is have a loser speech and bow out with respect.
I would like to say it was fun, but to be honest, my character would have won if he actually took the adrenaline syringes.
Yeah, I've typed it in there. It's weird that it didn't do it, but that's AI for you. Kenzie, would you like a winner's speech?
I would like to thank Timbo and the Academy for this opportunity. It means the world to me, and I will catch y'all on the next one.
All right, everybody. This is the first podcast. It was a train wreck, and I was hoping it would be. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Now gaming time.